First haircut of the year already. You better believe it. Hi there, welcome back to Gray's Garden, and my name is Gray and this is my garden and allotment channel. So today's video is all about trimming back the grapevine. Yes, I know it's still spring, it's not yet summer, but judging by some of these huge tentacles it's sent out, these need trimming back now. These are non-fruiting vines, so all they're going to do is block out the sun, especially for my other plants in here, like my melons, tomatoes, or everything else that I've got growing on, but also they'll block the sunlight from getting to the grapes. We want to maximize our harvest. We want to make sure that all the energy of the plant isn't going into these big vines that actually I don't want growing in here. So stick around for this video if you want to see exactly how and when to prune your grapevine. Okay, so first things first, this is the main trunk of my grapevine. This is the white seedless or green seedless Lakemont variety. Grows absolutely perfect in the UK, and you can actually eat them as sweet grapes straight from the vine, or you can even make wine out of them, that I might try one day. But I'm actually going to try making some juice out of them this year. So if you haven't yet, please hit like and subscribe, and you'll find that on a future video. But for now, just want to show you that my grapevine is planted outside. It comes in through this little gap in the broken pane, and then I've got it forking in the middle so that it goes right around the whole greenhouse this side, and then coming back round we go that way also, but not just around the outside. I've trained this over the past 7 or 8 years, so it goes right over each of the panes of glass, going between the glass, obviously sticking to the frame of the greenhouse itself. But as I've mentioned, these big new shoots are not fruit bearing, so we need to trim them back. If you follow my video already, you may have seen the video I did towards the start of winter, whereby I trimmed all of this right back. And just using this one as an example, so here is the main trunk. This is the stem of the plant that I want, the main vine, and then I trimmed it right back to this bud. So you take it right back. Some people like to leave 2 buds. I take it back to 1, and then what happens is this new shoot grows, and on the end of it is a bunch of grapes. So as you can see, this is all brand new growth coming right up, and it's actually already starting to tangle into above me up here. If I just move back, you can see it's already gone into all of that, and if I'm not careful, it can actually break the panes of your glass as well. It will grow between. So everything after the bunch of grapes, which is there, we want to trim off. And it's as simple as take some nice, clean, sharp secateurs, snip after the bunch. So we've still got the bunch. You can already see that is now in the sunshine, and all the energy growing into that vine that I've just cut off will now not be wasted. So we can use that for cuttings if we want, but for now I'm just going to go around trimming off each of these new shoots. Some of them don't even have a bunch of grapes on them, but unless I want this one now to be trained to where I want it, I'm going to take it straight off. So if you take it right back to the bud, it reduces the chance of it growing again. But this is literally only haircut number 1. There's about 3 or 4 of these going to be needed over the summer, so I'll be showing you each time I trim them off. Again, we get to this one. If you wanted this vine or this shoot to be used and trained on a direction you want it in, leave it on, maybe tie it in somewhere. But for me, I've already got the structure in place for this one, so that's coming straight off. As you can see, there's lots of bunches of grapes on here. Coming down some by the doorway. So again, right, I've got 2 bunches on this one. Really nice to see. So there's the bud that it was trimmed back to. We'll go 1 bunch, 2 bunches, and I'm going to snip off. Again, I can already feel it getting a bit lighter. In here, we don't want it blocking off all the sunshine. This one has got no bunches of grapes on it, so I'm going to take it right back because I don't need that one either. That pane of glass there is pretty much already covered, so that won't be helping my plants in here. It's causing too much shade, so we're going to take it right off there, but I want to follow it back to where it first comes out of the vine. It's actually in here, so that's coming off the main structure. Just snip it there, take it off, and just follow this round. There is a bunch of grapes in there, so I've got to be careful. I don't want to go losing that one. And where does that come off from? Right, it comes off that one. So I'm going to snip afterwards because there's no more bunches after that. Take off the little tendril. And I can't quite see what I'm doing here either. Do this very slowly and gradual, because last thing you want to do is take part of your main stem off that you've spent years trying to form and guide and train exactly where you want it. So bit by bit, we'll just take these off. Again, this one, you can already see how long it goes. I don't want that one. Snip. And there we go. That's how easy it is. That is how easy it is to make a mistake. I've already now just sadly trimmed off a little bunch, only a little one. I can cope without that one. It's the big bunches that I don't want to cut off. Even in that shot there, there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bunches of grapes there. And there's an awful lot here that we can take off. Again, 2 bunches on that one. Nothing afterwards. So I'm going to go straight off there. That's a nice one. So we don't want to block out the light. We don't want to damage the greenhouse itself. And we also want maximum energy and sunlight to go into our existing grapes so that we'll get a sweeter, bigger harvest this year. But if there is any of these tendrils that can be trained in, because maybe back there it's all a bit bare, doesn't really grow much, then I might actually train one of those in and you just tie it to the frame of where you want it. But for now, I think I'll take that one off. Right, I'm going to trim all this off now and I'll show you once it's done. Anyone know what these are? Quite a few of them. They're soft to touch. Right, I know this might look and feel a little bit harsh, especially when you consider how much has now just been chopped off, considering we are only in late May. But look how much extra light and airflow is now being created by trimming all of this off. These bunches of grapes now will really benefit. They'll really thank you for this trim. And if you don't do it soon, before you know it, the whole vine will become too ruly and will start smashing your panes of glass. You can see here, it's already started to grow in between. And if I don't get that out and take that off, that would have grown in there, swelled up, and then actually smashed this pane of glass. I think there's another one just down here. Well, that's already gone right through. So that's actually a crack already that's being formed. but it'll force its way through all these little areas, swell up, and before you know it, it'll smash the glass on you. I have lost a few panes already, or at least had some cracks in them. There's another one that is cracked. Luckily, it's just held in place nicely, but the grapevine itself will force its way through absolutely anywhere. So do this job now. This won't be the first and only haircut it gets this year. I normally have to trim it back 2 or 3 times every year. But as you can see now, the grapes will see all the sun. The vine itself will put the energy into growing bigger, sweeter, juicier grapes. And the other plants in here, like my tomatoes, the melons and the cucumbers, will also benefit due to the extra light and airflow. While I was here, I also just gave my pomegranate bush a little trim back. As you can see, these beautiful flowers, and with any luck, we'll get some pomegranates this year. Okay, I'll get all that cleared up. But as promised, just want to quickly take you into the polytunnel. Look at the bananas, they're already really starting to grow, considering I chopped them right back to here. They are now standing at what, 10 foot tall? And again, we're only in May. So coming inside the polytunnel, this has been a massive success. So here we have what's called a Framberry. It's not a strawberry, it's not a raspberry, it's a Framberry. Looks very much like a strawberry, but is much sweeter. There you go, hope you can see that there. Actually, it does resemble a raspberry also. Yeah, really, it's softer than a strawberry, but so juicy. Okay, we've got tons of them in here, and because they're in the polytunnel, the birds won't be getting to them before I do. Plenty of strawberries just starting to form in this planted down here. Yeah, they're looking nice juicy strawberries. As I say, I grow them, they start to go red, and the birds and the slugs and the snails and the woodlice eat them all. Over this side there isn't many left, but these are the honeyberries. Very similar to a blueberry, but a bit more elongated, and they are full of vitamin C and antioxidants. As soon as they finish fruiting and I've eaten them all, I'll be taking these outside the polytunnel because they don't really need the warmth. They're only actually in here so that they are protected from the birds, or should I say the fruit is protected from the birds. There we go, just to show you, this is the honeyberry. Absolutely beautiful, very hardy plant. Honeyberry. Yeah, tastes like a blueberry, just a bit sweeter. Beautiful. And then we do actually have the first blueberries also, which I am very chuffed about. I'll just give that one a little try. This one's called Blueberry Blue Crop. Little blueberry there. Fantastic. Right, really hope you've enjoyed that video. Hope you got some use out of it. If you have, please remember to hit that like button, leave us a comment, hit the subscribe button also for more videos like this. So I'm just going to continue taking off a few more little bits that I missed, but already hope you can see the benefits. So much more light, better airflow, and even the structure itself, you can start really designing exactly where you want your grapevine to go, because what you put, the time and effort you put in now to making this structure, that'll become the main vine, and then for years to come the grapes will flow. Okay, thanks everyone, take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye now.